Hello everyone, thanks for coming outside with me today. Today I'm super stoked to share with you both October and November boxes for the Bowhunter Box Club. I've been very fortunate to be a member of the Bowhunter Box Club family now for quite some time. I'm super excited about the gear that I've received. $155 worth of stuff between the two boxes that you can just get for $70. I'll explain that all later in the video, but I'd rather stop talking and show you the cool gear that I've received the past 2 months. And you might be thinking, it's now November and you're showing the October box. Isn't that a little bit late? Well, I wanted to spend some more quality time with some of the things that I get in the boxes. I've done some videos in the past where I just pull them out and talk about them, but I wanted to actually put some gear to the test, put it in the field, and a lot of the stuff in the October box I was able to take out into the field, and actually I end up using now on almost a daily basis around my house. So we'll bring the camera on closer, show you the gear, and explain more in detail about it. So like I already said, $155 worth of items between the two boxes in the past 2 months. As you can see, I've handily hit the October box here, and we'll jump into that first. Total of this box was $75 for all the items, and probably the one that I end up using the most is this hybrid solar light. I have pulled it out and absolutely beat the tar out of it. This is actually incredibly bright light. Has two settings, both low and high. You can charge it solarly, which I kind of just leave it out around my house, leave it under kitchen light or leave it out in the living room, and it does charge. Right now you can potentially see that little red LED right by my thumb. That tells me even right now as it's sitting out here in my shop light that it's actually charging. 13 hours to charge on solar, but the real beauty about this, because that takes a long time, the real beauty about this is that, of course, you can charge via USB and the provided charging cables, but this is actually just simply an Android plug. This is simply an Android device plug. So if you have an Android phone or some other sort of Android type device, you can charge this with that charger. So I take this with me in my car. I use my car charger. I'll leave it around my house and use my phone charger when when my phone's not plugged in. It's a fantastic little light, super bright. This was my blood trailing light for most of this season, and I use it almost exclusively around the house, out shoveling snow. It's already snowing here in November here in Pennsylvania, and lots of other great uses for this light. I've been super excited. Not very heavy, very lightweight, but yet very durable. There's nothing rattling around. Like I said, I've taken this on multiple hunts, dropped it several times around the house, on pavement and on the floor, and it's still holding up super duper well. I'm very, very pleased with this light. We have the Max hoisting rope from HME. This is to be intended to be used if you have a permanent stand location, such as a ladder stand or a hang-on. The neat thing about it has this reflective piece here. So this could be, attached to the tree or the stand, where you're seated, and this could hang down. And as you shine your flashlight through, it would reflect off this orange reflective tape, and you could find your tree stand in the woods, kind of like a bright eye if you were going to put bright eyes on trees to find your way. We have arrow wrap indicators from Gut Check, but all these simple arrows, a reactive piece of material that you wrap on like the forward end of your arrow to keep your FOC, and in the event that you hit a deer and you don't see where you hit the animal, and it doesn't have to be a deer but also be a wild hog, an elk, this material will react with the stomach fluid if you do hit the intestines, or if you leave it with the blood, it'll stay this brown color. If it's gut, it'll turn this yellow. So it's a really nice check. If you don't shoot lighted nocks, or if you don't happen to see where your arrow enters the animal, you can then go investigate your arrow, because you can smell it, and sometimes you can smell guts, and you can see obviously if it's got green all over the shaft and the fletchings, but sometimes you don't really know. There's not a whole lot of blood, maybe fat gets in the way. And so this is a great little unique piece. Along with that, the ends of it are reflective, just like the reflective piece on this hoist rope. The ends are reflective, so if you were to hit this with a flashlight to find your arrow, if you don't shoot lighted nocks, that would shine very brightly like the edges of a stop sign, and you'd be easily able to find your arrow in the woods. Last but not least is NAP's redneck broadhead. As you can see, I've already destroyed the package getting them out. I've screwed them onto an arrow here. I'll show you what they look like. Really, really pleased with this broadhead. This broadhead retails for less than $20. This is kind of like a baby brother or a cheaper version of NAP's use probably the most famous head they've ever created, which is the NAP Thunderhead, which is a 3-blade fixed blade broadhead. So here's an example. Obviously it has just a standard kind of a bone crushing tip, not a cut on contact, standard 3-blade design. The blades are offset, so they're not set straight in line with the ferrule. So as you can see, the blades are set offset of the ferrule. They are not straight on with the ferrule itself. They're actually set off at an offset. So if you do shoot a helical fletching or something like that, they would kind of help you in that helical twist, at least with a right helical. It comes with the O-rings, which allow you to adjust this as it screws into the arrow shaft. You can adjust this so you can align your blades with your fletchings on the other end of the shaft. So that's a very unique design. That was something we all kind of struggled with back in the early days, if you will, of getting our blades to align to our fletchings. Having that O-ring there eliminates the need to remove your insert or kind of screw the broadhead in loosely or something like that. That O-ring allows it to have tension, but you can screw in and out to adjust it to get it to match up with your fletchings. So the November box is also jam-packed full of great stuff. $80 value in this month's box. Really great stuff. I'm actually super excited about this. This is Reload Rub and Seasoning. This is the high caliber, so it's a chipotle and garlic blend. Great for any sort of barbecue and just actually really adding to your meats and potatoes and onions and everything else like that. It's really great on hash browns in the morning for breakfast. Really like Reload Seasoning. Has a great backstory. If you ever want to go check them out and see what they're all about, plenty of podcasts about them. They're just a great company, great little company that they started. Reload Seasoning's done a really good job. Lighted nocks, you can't have enough of them, and knockout contenders are a great knock because they are a universal fit. If you buy other certain brands of lighted nocks, they are shaft diameter specific, whereas Knockout has eliminated that, and they have a whole bunch of different collars that allow you to fit 4 different types of arrows. Anything down from a 204, which would be something like an Easton Axis or some other, or FMJ, something of that size, all the way up to a 246, which would be a gold tip, like a XT Hunter or something like that, and everything else in between. It's a push-on, push-off system. It has a particular knock collared system. I've shot knockout lighted nocks in the past. They're a very reliable knock. I don't have anything negative in terms of the reliability to say. They've been very solid. This color is orange. Orange is an okay color. I personally prefer green, but orange is definitely going to show up better than just a standard plastic knock in the woods. Next we have HME, or Hunting Made Easy. These are game cleaning gloves. Has the standard, the white sterile gloves, but then also has the longer orange sleeve gloves that go clear up past your elbow, so when you are reaching into the chest cavity to get the heart and lungs out, you're not getting blood clear up under your elbow. Not very expensive, and you might think that's kind of a waste of a space in a subscription box, but this is super useful, and I really like how they put it in here in November. A lot of people are harvesting deer. Rifle season in a lot of places has kicked off, so not only does this say Bowhunter Box Club, but this could be something, if you already have a whole bunch, you could give it away, you could give to a friend, you could just take it out to deer camp and leave it there in case somebody forgets a set. It's a really nice and neat thing to have. The big piece out of this box is a scent blocker hat. A fleece hat is a very tight-fitting hat. There's no stretch to this whatsoever. It's not like your typical knit hat, you pick up from a couple bucks from Walmart. It's a very specific hat. Obviously, scent blocker. It's going to help eliminate human scent. Your hair is carrying a lot of oils, a lot of different scents. That's really nice to have. And if you do like a warm, tight-fitting hat, this is 100% for you. Super well built, super warm. It's not all that thick, but it is incredibly warm. I did wear it just kind of out and about. As you see, I still have the tags on it, but I did wear it out and about around the house. We have been getting some super cold temps up here in Pennsylvania. We have like 5-6 inches of snow on the ground currently, and it has perfectly held up to the task just kind of walking around. So last but not least, I also want to talk about some of the items that I've received already this year. This is a knife from CRKT that I received a couple months ago in my Bowhunter Box Club subscription box. A superb knife. I've used this knife for everything around the house. It's a nice folding blade, but also I've also taken it out in the field twice to take care of both my doe and my buck that I've harvested this year. Super sharp, super great edge retention, and it was really easy to put a razor edge right back on it using my Lansky system right here at my shop. Didn't need any special tools. It's got great feel to it. really well balanced, has a great grip, has a good heft of weight to it, and it's a super nice knife. You can wear it as a pocket clip knife if you want to. You can flip it on either end to wear it in your left or right pocket. I personally have an old Gerber nylon sheath from an old Gerber knife I used to have. I just simply slide it in there, fold it over, and attach to my belt or throw my pack, and I'm ready to hit the woods. So a lot of people get all up in arms about this whole subscription box. That was a bad box. That was stupid. I can't believe they put those items in there. This knife is going to last me months, years. I might even be able to pass it on down to my children. It's a fantastic tool that I got for literally 50% off, if not less. I'm super excited that I received this knife and many other things from the Bowhunter Box Club. So if you want to join the Bowhunter Box Club family, go over to bowhunterboxclub.com, see what they're all about. If you buy your first box, it's typically $40, but if you use the promo code AJA, yes, Average Jack Archery, AJA, it'll save you $10 off your first box. So for $30, you can get $80 or $75 or even up to $100 in some cases of great bow hunting material. So that's all for this video. If you ever have any questions that don't pertain to Bowhunter Box Club, feel free to always hit me up here on YouTube. You can go to Facebook and Instagram. I even have my email down in the description below. Hope you're able to get outside and enjoy the sport of archery. Enjoy the sport of archery hunting if you so choose. Definitely enjoy God's beautiful creation, and we'll get to see you next time.